you can't think about fear. Respect it, but never surrender. Because today is about greatness. It's about fighting till the last flag, about splitting the second, about unforgiving focus. And indeed, doubt is disrespect, and you will pay. But you'll have a verdict. It can be cruel. It can be divine. There is a road before me now. It is a road of resolve, of belief. And it lasts 500 miles. That's what it takes to ride with legends. The test is heavy, but the reward is forever.
Hi, I'm James Hinchcliffe, IndyCar driver and GoDaddy customer. I want to welcome you to the 2012 Indianapolis 500 on ABC, presented by GoDaddy.com. And also to remind you to vote Hinch for homepage. Get me, James Hinchcliffe, on the GoDaddy homepage. Enjoy the Indianapolis 500 presented by GoDaddy.com, and I'll see you at the finish line. All right, I gotta go race.
GoDaddy.com, domains, websites, and everything in between.
The #1 new show of the summer is Duets.
Because two voices are bigger than one.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Thursday, for these 4 music superstars, the only thing bigger than their performances is the pressure.
I'm going to be really blunt with you.
She can't make a big mistake.
I lost one of my contestants. Had to find a replacement.
No, wait, this is miserable. We're going to get him, we're going to kill him. I'm going to kick her butt.
Duets, all new Thursday, 8/7 Central on ABC.
The tent is up and the prices are down during the annual Bob Bell Kia tent sale. Get the Bell Yell price on Kias getting up to 40 mpg, up to $7,000 off MSRP. No money down, and you pick the payment right for you. 2012 Kia Sorento, Optima, Soul, or Forte from $13,340, $129 a month at 2 great locations: Eastern Avenue, across from East Point Mall, and Route 2, Glen Burnie. BobBellKia.com.
Are you paying more and more for cable and enjoying it less and less? Stop paying for second best. Upgrade to Verizon Fios TV, internet, and phone for just $89.99 a month, guaranteed for 2 years with a 2-year agreement. Act now and we'll add a special bonus, $250 back. But hurry, this offer ends June 2nd. Unlike cable, Fios is a 100% fiber optic network that delivers America's fastest, most consistent, most reliable internet. Plus the best TV picture quality. Why keep paying so much for cable? Switch to Fios for just $89.99 a month, guaranteed for 2 years with a 2-year agreement. Plus your special bonus, $250 back. Save $600 in your first 2 years. But hurry, this incredible offer ends June 2nd. Call 1-877-707-FIOS. That's 1-877-707-3467. Or visit us online to save even more. Fios, a network ahead.
Let your smartphone work for you. Download the ABC2 app today.
Welcome back to the Indianapolis pre-race show presented by GoDaddy. We are only a few minutes from the green flag. Before we begin this magnificent tribute to the American dream, as is tradition here at the 500, we honor our active military, including the troops currently linked with our broadcast for their barracks in Kuwait. Nice to have you with us, fellas. And we pause to remember those who gave their lives in defense of our freedom. We focus today on a story that contains a lesson for us all, for this Memorial Day and every day.
I never think, why me? He never did. He wanted to be put in harm's way to protect our freedom. This place is sad, but also peaceful, a place of honor. I'm here to pay respects to my son, an Army Ranger who made the ultimate sacrifice in Afghanistan almost 3 years ago. He was 21 years old. I raised him alone. His name is Benjamin. I just miss his company every day, every day. He was proud of his uniform, proud of his service, proud of his country. And I'm proud of him and all the fallen heroes we remember this Memorial Day.
This is Brent Musburger. A ritual year after year has been Jim Neighbors singing Back Home in Indiana. Well, Jim couldn't make it here today. He has not been feeling well, and we all wish him the very best. So instead, we have his recorded version of the beloved song. And as you listen, please send your thoughts and prayers to the family of Dan Weldon, whose number 98 Champion's car will circle the track as Jim Neighbors' beautiful voice fills the Indiana air.
Back home again in Indiana, and it seems that I can see the gleaming candlelight still burning bright through the sycamores for me. The new mown hay sends out its fragrance through the fields I used to roam. When I dream about the moonlight on the wabash, how I long for my Indiana home.
Yes, the tradition continues at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. He's watching at home in Hawaii. Give it up for Jim Neighbors. And now, to say the most famous words in sports, and the chairperson of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Mary Holland George.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
Copy that, lead, last clear. Outbound to Mount Wyoming, come on, Justin Marie, on radio, Jeff Trevor.
Fantastic race. Mary Holland George is with us here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
There is no scene in sport quite like this one. as we prepare to start the Indianapolis 500. The balloons moving skyward, and 33 nervous warriors. Butterflies about to set sail at speeds of excess of 200 miles an hour. Who will be this year's champion? Ryan Briscoe sitting on the pole for First Australia. Elio Castroneves will be attempting to win for the 4th time. And now the gentleman who will take you through this great race. Let's go upstairs to Marty Reed, Scott Goodyear, and Eddie Cheever. Marty?
All right, thank you, Brad, and hello again, everybody. And what the fans here at Indianapolis are about to experience can be summed up in 2 words: sensory overload. 33 cars screaming down the front stretch at well over 200 miles an hour. The rush of air will be so strong that whatever's not tied down is probably going to get blown away. And don't even think about talking to the person next to you, because they won't be able to hear a single word you say. And that's just the first lap. Yes, this is Indianapolis, and it's about speed and glory, Scott.
And Marty, this is the most exciting green flag a driver will ever take in their career, but it's also the most dangerous. A 3-wide start going down into turn 1 and constant speeds up over 200 miles an hour for this entire event. But they're willing to assume the risk just to get their likeness on the Borg Warner Trophy.
And you know what that glory is like. Eddie Cheever, you won this race back in '98.
This is a very unique event. You do not have to explain to anybody what the Indianapolis 500 is wherever you are in the globe. And a very special thing happens. They add 2 words in front of your name wherever you're introduced. It is Indianapolis champion.
Well, there's also some things that get ingrained in our soul, and also the great finishes that we've been able to see over the course of time. And Scott, you were involved in the closest ever.
Still to this day, I can't believe it. Finishing second doesn't feel great, and I only thought about J.R. Hildebrand last year. 799 turns perfectly. The last one didn't work out. Dan Weldon came through to win.
Cars are out on the first of the pace laps, and as we get a chance, let's check in our GoDaddy what to watch for. 2 things really jump out at us: the new car and new engines, and the temperatures. Let's first go back to the new car and the new engines. When you go to your local dealer, you probably think about 2 things: fuel economy and having enough horsepower to get out of those tight situations. Well, it's not that much different here, is it, Scott?
Well, the car that we used last year was in use since 2003, so brand new cars for every team and driver right now. Chevrolet and Lotus have come along to join Honda on the engine front. The big questions are: who's got the most horsepower, who has the best reliability, and fuel economy will play a huge part in today's race.
And Eddie, we could be in for a record-setting day involving the heat.
It seems almost certain that halfway through this race, which is always the critical point of the race, we will be into record heat. These cars are new. It's the first time they've run at the Indianapolis 500, which is by far and away the most 500 grueling miles they will do. It is all up to making sure that you can stay focused the whole race, and the heat will affect the drivers, the cars, and the mechanics that have to get those pit stops done in under 12 seconds.
Well, there you see the cars coming around turn number 4 for the first of the pace laps here in front of this huge throng from about 300,000 people will be in attendance today. And one of the guys who's going to have the blast of his life is going to be Guy Fieri. He is going to be the driver of the pace car. Of course, he's the star of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. And there he is behind the wheel of the beautiful Chevrolet pace car for the 23rd time. It is pacing the field at Indianapolis. This year, it's the 2013 Chevrolet 60th Anniversary Corvette ZR1, the fastest, most capable vet in history. To learn more, just go to Chevy.com/Corvette. Fieri has the drive of a lifetime. How about the guy who's got the ride of a lifetime? That's Thomas Patton from Salina, Ohio. He was the winner for this race, and you want to get that ride? Well, all you have to do is visit shophonda.com and enter to start an IZOD IndyCar race in a 2-seater with maybe the man who's driving it today, Mario Andretti. Official rules at shophonda.com. It ends September 2nd, 2012. No purchase is necessary. Across the top of the screen, you will see the starting field, all 33 cars, with leading the way, the pole sitter in the number 2, Penske entry, Ryan Briscoe. While they continue to warm up the tires, let's warm up pit lane. Get a last-minute update. First up is Vince Welch.
Marty, Penske perfect is a phrase we often hear at Indianapolis, and well-deserved. Roger Penske and his teams have won this race 15 times. Penske driver Will Power hopes for some perfection today, but his team over the past couple of years has had issues in the pits, costing them a chance at victory. Will Power today, he comes to this race on a 3-race winning streak, and if he's to get that elusive Indy win, he and the entire team will need to be Penske perfect. Jamie Little?
The 2011 Indy 500 is one Andretti Autosport would like to forget. 2 cars failed to make the field, and a third, Marco Andretti, barely made his way in. But what a difference a year makes. 3 cars qualified in the top 4. All 3 of those drivers hoping to bring owner Michael Andretti his 3rd win here at Indy in just 7 years. Rick DeBrule?
Well, Chip Ganassi's team has won 2 of the last 4 Indy 500, so they come here expecting to do well. But this month has been a rough one. They have struggled. Their Honda Indian just didn't seem to have enough oomph. They've qualified mid-pack. The drivers were frustrated, but the team kept working. As a result, when they put in the new race engine on carb day, the last practice before the race, they were fastest. Dario was number 1, Scott Dixon number 2. Does that mean a great race car? Not necessarily, but it means there's a good chance you'll see him in the hunt at the end of this race. Dr. Jerry Punch?
You know, those heavyweights from those power teams have to be considered among the favorites, but there are some very special Cinderella stories that bear watching. How about a 21-year-old fresh-faced rookie from Tennessee? Could Joseph Newgarden pull off the upset? And could this be the year that finally Graham Rahal follows in the footsteps of his famous father, who won here in 1986? And then there's a sentimental favorite. How about Tony Kanaan? How special would it be for Tony to stand right here and celebrate the memory of his dear friend and last year's winner, Dan Weldon? Folks, we don't know who's going to win this year's Indianapolis 500, but what we do know is this: it will change their life forever. Marty?
Got some great stuff from all 4 of you. You guys be careful down there in that heat with those fire suits on, along with all the other crew members. It is now 86 degrees, and it is still getting hotter. This broadcast is available in Spanish. All you have to do is activate your SAP button. It is presented by ESPN Deportes. As we continue on the pace laps, we have a total of 12 onboard cameras, and let's show you Charlie Kimball's view. He's going to be starting in the 14th position. The man who finished 3rd last year, Graham Rahal, he is going to be starting 12th. And of course, you already heard from Jamie Little about Ryan Hunter-Reay. Went from 0 to hero in 1 year and didn't qualify. Now he's on the outside of the front row.
Marco Andretti has said from the beginning of this month that he has a car that's capable of winning the race. This might just be the year. Will Power has dominated the season up to here, but he has yet to have one really good 500.
And Tony Kanaan, he led here in his first 7 starts, but he's never won here. And this year he brings along his childhood friend, Rubens Barrichello, who raced 19 years in Formula One. He hopes to have an opportunity to finish well here today. J.R. Hildebrand, remember we saw him last year hit the turn 4 wall. He's looking for redemption in the National Guard car.
And we're going to make a little history of our own here today. Notice that you have a view of Dario Franchitti both as he's driving the car and out the front. We've never been able to bring this to you before. We have one located in Dario's car and also James Hinchcliffe. Now, James will also serve as our in-race reporter. We may get a chance to talk to him during one of the caution periods later in the race.
Elio Castroneves, a 3-time winner here, looking for his 4th, has a great shot today. And his Team Penske teammate Ryan Briscoe on the pole also has a great shot here today. Remember, 500 miles for this race.
Let's quickly check our GoDaddy.com rules of racing, Scott.
Well, this year the rules of racing changed just a little bit since last year. The pace car now will pace the field all the way through turn 4 and then go into pit lane for not only the start, but also the restart. Previous years, the car has ducked in just at the end of the pace lap and let the drivers pace that field. That is changing. Also something new this year, you can pass at any time that you get the green flag, both in the start, Marty, and the restart.
It looks so beautiful. 11 rows of 3. And when you come here year after year, you realize that this track actually talks to you. It shares its memories, but never its secrets. As they come down the front straightaway, ladies and gentlemen, there is the pace car getting ready to pull off. Welcome to the greatest spectacle in racing. Pace car pulls off, the crowd coming to their feet. And down the front straightaway, oh, what a beautiful sight. The Indianapolis 500 is green. action in the middle of the pack. There you see 2 and 3 cars going wide. It's Ryan Briscoe well out in front right now. They make it through turn 3, coming through 4. So far, so good. James Hinchcliffe wants to lead the first lap, and it looks like he has done it. So, leader officially at the end of lap number 1, James Hinchcliffe.
We're still at that part of the race where nobody has settled down. They're still trying to get their rhythm. Everybody's changing position, and they're trying to figure out what this track is like.
And these new cars that we talked about all month, Eddie, they punch such a big hole in the air. Drafting is a lot easier this year. I would not be surprised to see Ryan Briscoe repay the favor to James Hinchcliffe here very shortly on the front stretch.
But these first 2 laps, that you could tell the cars are really set up well because everybody is very confident and aggressive.
Joseph Newgarden goes around E.J. Vizo. Newgarden, that black and yellow. It's awfully hard to see the numbers on this new car. As we go for the battle for the lead again, we may have another lead change. Briscoe officially leads lap 2.
This is exactly what they told us is going to happen. These lead cars punch a very big hole in the air, and it's very hard to hold the lead. And if you're behind, you can make a run on the car, as we've seen twice in the first 4 laps.
2 laps, 2 lead changes. There is Marco Andretti. He now running in the 3rd position. Ryan Hunter-Reay in the 4th spot. On board with Marco. Let's ride along.
As you watch the Firestone telemetry, you see a 97% throttle. That's just really now possibly an error in the setup on there. And here, another change. Here we go.
Well, Hinchcliffe tried to get underneath him. He had to think better of it, and it is very slick if you get above the race line.
The track has not been rained on since they've been here all month, and the drivers have been talking about how slippery it is once you get off that rubber. And what that really means is early on in the race, you wouldn't expect there to be grit on top, but there's so much actual rubber on the line that you don't want to wander off even a half a foot.
That's the concentration level.